morning, all, and it is always a pleasure to have an early morning session and how to give my all the meetings and the learnings to all of you so you doesn't have to reinvent the wheel. So every time I speak and try to do, I always believe how I can put it across at least 1% extra value add to your own knowledge and other things. So just before this, I was having the another meeting. It was 9:30 to 10:30, and that was one of the reason and the love about this work is to how you learn about this. And that person tried to teach me across that yes, 2000 rupees is also being valued. Sometimes I keep thinking when you're working in Excel or you, God grace, you have a good money, you don't realize the value of 2000, because she says that actually I need minimum 2500 rupees for my expense. And I was very surprised that, of course, other things are being taken care of, but she needs minimum 2500. So that's another things I always believe, that how to give the value of money and how to take care. So let me start finding it across, because this, as the things are been going quite a lot, it is Trump things, the budget coming, then you have a tariff, then you have a war. These kind of questions keeps coming, not only for retirement planning, for a lot of investments also, what we should do. Because the investments are, I believe, it's not the money or a performance, it's a behavior and people's mindset issue. So today we are looking across the how we can take care on the long term retirement planning. And this reminds me when I was in a COVID time also, and I was telling somebody that time that you have to make sure that how to get a regular income, even COVID comes, war comes, or anything comes. So we have to make sure some things which is constantly coming. It can be annuity, it can be insurance, it can be a parallel income. That's what I have seen in my parents' place, and they were very, very clear, because he was in army, and I used to keep teasing him that your retirement pension is more than the what you have earned actually. But is it we have made those part of it, because none of us are going to get the pension like how the defense or a bank people used to get. So that is one of the reason this session is actually how to create a retirement corpus. Of course, we normally have a second thing also, that if I got a corpus, how to take care of those. That's why yesterday somebody called me. I'm 58. I'm getting around PF, PPF, gratuity, leave encashment, everything around 5 CR, and I just wanted to give me around 2.5 lakhs per month. How to manage that and how to make your life simpler. That's another things which we will be talking about maybe the next few sessions on that part of it. So I thought let me start first with the things which is very close to us only, that how you define it is like how we have a Google map, and what we write it, we always write the where I wanted to go, and then the path keeps coming across how to go. So same thing, Anil has done that, and this is the his public data in Deccan Herald, where it says that he wanted to retire by age 35, but he was able to do it in age 30, because he was very clear that I wanted to do something for my own. So how you all declare or decide that what I wanted to do? And I can tell you, being knowing Anil as a wife, as a CEO, as a friend, because we both are the classmates from the college, that he was very clear that I wanted to do myself. I don't think so I can work in a corporate structure for so long. And being his background and my background, being a first entrepreneur, my dad was in army and his dad mom was in a teacher. So that so-called, I can say now everybody wants it to have a startup kind of it. It was not like that part of it. And both our parents was thinking across that when you are both are earning so good in Wipro, and you are earning, you are getting the best of hike, best of everything, why you wanted to start your own company and have a lot of issues. So sometimes what I learned from him, and I that's where the Right Horizon grew about it, is how to make sure you achieve your financial goals, and you do what you love to do it. So he did the same thing. He planned himself for financial goal, and till date, from the we are almost 27 years marriage, The till date, he takes care of the house expense part of it. So he was very clear that I will make the corpus that much, that whatever is required for the house. So if things doesn't go, I will go back to work. But that is what he did. So how he started 5 years early, because he was able to make that corpus 5 years early and he started the company. So same thing required for all of us to know that when we are doing a retirement planning, we should know what exactly we are looking for. Is it I'm looking a 1 lakh a month, or I'm looking as a 10 lakhs, 2 lakhs a month? And then for 1 lakh a month, if I'm required 2 crores, if I got a 2 crore now, I can just go back now and start doing what I love to do. So retirement is not what our parents must have thought ki, okay, you sit at home and you start watching TV and I don't have to work. The retirement for us is that you don't have to worry about a financial constraint that I have to earn, I have to take care of all those things. I got a separate income stream which is taking care of my regular work, which I will do work what I want to do. You may get a money what you are doing, but you don't have a financial constraint of doing that, and you are enjoying what you love to do. So I can tell you there are many, means my 50% of my own personal customers are under retirement planning. They have retired from 35 age to 55, most of them, and they are becoming consultants. Somebody is doing an NGO, somebody has started teaching, somebody is just helping them the startups. They are becoming independent directors. So they are doing what they love to do, but they are out of the corporate part of it. Ki Rachna, first of all, travel itself in a Bangalore is too much, then doing so much traveling across. So I don't want that, and I wanted to do in my own pace. So that is the another things which I wanted to find it out. The quotes unquote I normally don't use nowadays retirement. I call the regular income plans, where which will say that something is giving me regularly. So I don't have to be constrained of I have to work this even though I don't like it. You will do it what you love it. And that's what personally I also do the same thing. So somebody told me, no, Rachna, because you're an employer side, that's why you're doing this. And I said, no, when I was in Wipro and Infosys also, I used to work 18 hours and I used to love that work also. It's not that way. It's a personal thinking how we feel that you love to do work and you enjoy. So it doesn't matter. It is 70 hours, 90 hours, whatever the debate keep it going on a people. It depends on what you love to do. So this survey actually I was trying to do before joining, maybe last 2 days. What are the surveys we have it, and nowadays thanks to I can say that all AI, it is easier to find it out more data on the surveys than a Google before and all. So thanks to them, I will nowadays try to see in a different AI platforms if I can get value add even my survey with added with my knowledge of my first hand. Speaking with somebody. So these are the surveys which is available for last 2 3 years on retirement, and which you will even I know personally, and whatever it come out, it is a very good part of it. So most of the places where I have seen lot of time are thinking is not at change, and which is I write my learning every week in a LinkedIn, what I learned from my customers and what people don't have to do that. So one thing I've noticed it, most of the people still are dependent on the support from the kids, which is coming around 65 to 70%, and which is very tough in the new generation, because when I speak with the new generation, I felt their expense is much higher than actually what they're earning, and sometimes indirectly now they are at least depends on the parents also. So how they will be able to manage our own expenses, it's very tough. So that's a one thing key finding across the support is coming across is one is they are expected the children to support them when they are old. Second thing is coming very clearly that they are regretting, and this is not in this finding, I'm telling you, any person, whoever I have met, the first thing they will say that why I didn't meet you before. So that is becoming a very common thing. And I used to keep telling that don't worry. The time you have met and you start now, that is a good day to start. You don't have to worry, which is past. Because even if I must have passed, that you must have not even agreed with me and all. 2 days back, somebody called me and told me, Rachna, I got a reference from another person. and now I wanted to start, but I wanted to confess you something. I said, yeah, tell me. He said, actually, I'm also Viprovite and I have gone through your 3 or 4 session. I don't know why I didn't do it. Now I'm regretting, but yes, at least now you can take care of it. So please don't regret and try to have very clear cut on what you wanted to invest. The one thing I've been realizing sooner, people wanted to just invest for sake of investing because they are not putting the money to the goals, and then they remove also. So when I go to the different question answers or a corporate session, no, market is down, I'm so scared, so I've removed it. I said, you invested for what? Nothing, just to get it across the more money. Tara, I'm not able to see, is it?
My presentation stopped. Can you just check once?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am, I can see you, but presentation has stopped. Can you represent it again?
Yeah. I think so you have changed some setting, it shows to me.
Okay. Yes, ma'am, it is available now.
So that is another things. Please don't regret. Start now. Continue things. Link your all the investment to the goal. It will never mix it across. I was talking to the one single mother, and I told her the same thing. I have started my both the kids SIP from the start when they're born till they're 18 years, because that's the time they required money for. And now it is becoming so huge. So I said, okay, that will become a gift to you after wedding, or you use for wedding. But try to link it for the goal. Don't, when you're linking to the goal, it will never go wrong. So that is another point of view. Third point of view here is, lot of time people says that, okay, I have saved it, but I was didn't plan XYZ. So the another things what I have learned from my parents, in-laws, my people whom I know, when we are talking about retirement, we says, yeah, we need around 1 lakh and all the stuff. And then nowadays vacation is becoming a one part of it. Now we can go for it, but we are a person, we can tell you that we required, we are not so healthy. At least I know of people whom I know of, my including me, everybody, we required a elderly care, and that is becoming a trend for my parents, for my in-laws, for my sisters in-laws, everybody, and that is costing around 30 to 35K. So are we prepared ourselves? One is, of course, if we are hale and healthy, touch wood, very good. But how long? Because our life, I think so, expectancy is going more than 85 with a lot of medicine. Day before, somebody called me and said that Rachna, she's going through the critical illness, and she says the doctor has given me the medicine for next 2 years, and each month is 1.2 lakhs, and which is because it is a medicine, I'm not able to claim under health cover. So how to take care of those? So these are the points which we need to think about when we are looking across to do it. One thing which I never be happy, but that's a part of a government has done. Previously, I used to think at least our PF will take care of a good chunk when we are retiring at 12% of a basic and 12% from that side overall. Now, when the 1800 is becoming a things, people are looking in hand more than anything else, and government has told also maximum 20,000, otherwise it's becoming a taxable. People are not even trying to do more on the PF also. So that is becoming a more smaller and smaller part actually. So I'll just put the video how to plan, and I will get back to you.
We plan and save for all our goals. But what about retirement? 92.6% of working population in India is not covered under any formal pension system. Earning age is reduced due to increasing focus on higher education and desire to retire early. Life expectancy is increasing, and so as medical expenses. This makes the retirement planning the most crucial financial goal. Combination of SIP and SWP of mutual funds can help you to create your own retirement plan. Let's see how. If you start investing rupees 5,000 monthly at the age of 25 through an SIP in equity mutual fund, your retirement corpus would be rupees 1.54 crores. You can switch it to debt mutual fund and start an SWP. With expected return of 6% CAGR, your monthly withdrawal through SWP would be rupees 77,024. When you want to stop receiving it, you can also withdraw the entire corpus. Key to create your own pension-like monthly cash flow is to start early. If you delay your investment by even 1 year, your retirement corpus would be 1.36 crore and monthly withdrawal amount through SWP will reduce to rupees 68,486 monthly. To receive fixed monthly cash flow after retirement, start planning for your retirement with the help of SIP and SWP now. Mutual fund investments are subject to market.
So this is the another things last week I have put it that part in my learning. One of my good friend actually has given me Rachna. There is a bank portal is showing me that if you put a 20,000 rupees for the next 10 years, and that's a good pension plan, where I'll get 4 crore. And I was just thinking, what is actually this can be? And I said, no, it is like a scam. You don't worry and don't do it. He said, no, how a bank portal can tell wrong and all. I said, yeah, it's also true. If you're in a bank portal, it cannot happen like that. So I said, okay, you send me the screenshots. So he sent me the screenshot. And that's another part I wanted to explain you that sometimes it is the communication is the one more key I felt. I'm not saying people are lies or scams are going high. I feel we are becoming too much greedy sometime, I always feel. So I went through that and I have put the questions to the IRDA now and to the bank. Of course, I've not got the result. But it says that they have written a very small part of it. Last year, their mid cap is 26% returns. And for 1 year, 26% returns, they have done all the projection at 26% return on unit. You can think of, and I was thinking, nobody has gone through that small disclaimer which is written. But all the video, all the things that, okay, you give 20,000 rupees for 10 years and you get 5 crore or is becoming a very big part of it. I don't know. Of course, he said my five of first friends has already took it, but I thought I'll ask you. But sometimes, whenever you are investing, I feel we all are in the age where your Google, AI, and others, even if you ask, and even self calculators are there. Please don't do where it is too good is not too good. Because few months back, I have been giving across that also my learning. At least 3 or 4 customers have got, I think so, maximum is 32 lakhs and the least is 48,000 have gone into the scam. And why so? Because they said 30% returns. And they all are CX. So it's not that they are not well educated or something. And I keep telling, is it the greed has taken over or the fear? So please define your greed and fear should not take a decision. Your decision should be a logical when you are taking and ask somebody and do that. So this is the another thing which I felt which will help in a retirement. One part is of course financial stability is part of it, but how it makes much more better is I was going through the research on the place where in the Japan, where one village, everybody is above 120 years old. So there, how it is going to be have to be good social focus on the good social cause on helping others. That's what they said that hormones always make you happy and healthy. Have a good diet, have a physical cluttered, simple life. So that's another things which I have noticed when I give the coaching for a lot of people, and they have a very high anxiety because most of the time they always says that I am looking on this also, I want brand, my neighbor is having this much car, my neighbor is, so they have a so much of FOMO kind of things that is 1 month back again I have written the wealthy outside is not a wealthy inside, because another person who came to me to ask a help solution, and sometimes I feel bad I don't have the solutions for all, but I can try to help. He came, he is earning around a crore, having a very more car, having the house of 7 crore. And I felt maybe he's doing so good. What else I can help for it? I said, do good. And he says, no, I'm little scared because my job is on stake and I have a EMI of 3.5 lakhs and my portfolio is only 20 lakhs. And then I was thinking, I said, what you were doing for all this money? So he said, no, all the things I purchased and I have the higher EMI. So I wrote that article also. Is it that we are looking for how to show outside my good thing is because if somebody, including me, must have seen the outside, if somebody is doing so good, so why the hell they didn't have anything? So there is no contingency for even for 1 month or 2 months, he can survive with the EMI. His things are so these are the things how to make your life very simple, have the connected with the people, have the good routine, make yourself uncomfortable to challenge yourself. Sometimes we get so comfortable we are not doing anything new. Learn something new is the another things which I wanted to give apart from the financial part of it. Why retirement plan is a very very important. I the old scenario and the current scenarios, I am sure all of us are very clear. We are going with a good lifestyle now. Lifestyle expense is going higher than the inflation. We just take inflation of 6%, but if you see that all of us including the mobile which must have taken around 10-20,000 rupees, people have gone into the lakhs to take the mobile. The branded items are taking. Morning only somebody sent me the one video. I don't know it's true or not true that in a Bangalore there is a food that all the vegetables are costing more than 5,000 rupees per kg. And I was telling, I don't know what they're made for a gold or what, but anyway, these are the lifestyle indexes are going very high. Medical facilities, as I told you, that auntie in a critical illness, it's not coming under the health cover. 1.2 lakhs a month coming. So things are changing very, very drastically. And there is no loans for other education loan, for a vacation, everything else you can think of having the loans. But for retirement planning, there is no loans. Still, we can think of reverse mortgage is a older in other places are there which can be used. In India, it is not so common as of today. So how we are taking care over the period. So these are the economic things which is coming very high on. We have to take it across over the period because tariff has come, and of course they are trying their best how to negotiate with other countries and other things. So that is also impacting overall level uncertainty, volatility. The inflation is giving a different consumption gap. You take it like it, that's another things when the Pakistan India war is there. So most of the people, including me, I was telling, okay, everybody's telling you should keep the food for 6 months and all the stuff. The consumptions are giving into the different league itself. Market is correcting on, you can say, you're talking about Trump, you're talking about tariff, you can talk about war or insecurity. Last but not the least, the AI is coming. Many people's jobs are getting impacted. And high end, I have seen people even at 50 lakhs and above. People have started coming to me that, Rachna, I'm not so sure that my job will be sustained for long. And how to take care. So that's another thing. At least I gave a solution. I said, please, I can't find anything else other than you just actually sell the house of 7.5 crore, clear your 3 crore of loan, and stay buy some house of around or flat around 3.5 crores. So when you have so many economics things going on, you should be very clear how to be having a contingency plans. Taking care of a short term debt should not be impacting your sleep, and make sure you are okay to take care even though 6 months if it is impacting. But if it is going well, don't disturb the ongoing investment just for the emotion part of it. So how to take the SWP, I will come back to this. So what are the 4 5 things we should look at across when we are looking as a retirement? No doubt, first comes the family because that is the one thing. When I was started speaking to the another guy whom I spoke to, 57 or 58 years old. So he told me a very simple thing, and I felt I never realized people realize so much. And he says, Rachna, I'm going to get retired and all the stuff within June, July. Can you help me? So I said, okay, what is your fear? And he says, my fear is I may not get an SMS saying that your salary is credited. I would never now. First of all, I so many SMS comes, I never checked it across. But that is also impacting somebody because Afterwards, he says, I have so much of authority and I'm going to become a common man after retirement. So that, of course, at a coaching counseling level, I'm doing because I sit with some of the old people how to take care. But that is the another part, which is not a financial part that I keep telling people, God grace, most of our customers are able to achieve, and you also can achieve, but you should be very, very importantly find it out what you are going to do with your time, because that is a major concern then about the money. Are you going to, because that discipline is going to take care of your health, your wealth, your over longevity and all pains and aches and everything. So first is your family and yourself, how you're going to take care on that full 8 to 10 hours, because you're not going to go for a job. So how to take care of that? Second is the finances, how your alternative income is coming. You have a freedom of thought and a work to do whatever it is. Returns and risk is goes hand in hand. When you are started giving, normally we says you should go to the moderate 50% as a equity and 50% as a debt, and how ready you are to take care of learning, your understanding, and making sure you're taking a right decision part of it. These are the simple steps in the framework. We says that one thing is you start keep learning, you should be. So one recently person says very good portfolio, maybe around 40 to 50 crores, and says that he wanted to invest. So I told Anil, why don't you join? Anil is, as I told you, CEO, founder, and fund manager. So he says, now I don't have any work because I've retired. Why don't I started having a monthly meeting? I said, I'm happy to have monthly meeting, but Anil said the same thing. What you are going to drive in a month, your portfolio is not going to change. And when you watch so many times your portfolio, you get a more anxiety because you are looking for the long term. So most of the time, you should be clear how often you will watch. Is it my liquidity is there or not? Is it my overall returns are there or not? When you watch, another girl said that I watch my mutual fund app 5 to 6 times in a day, and I was telling the NAV only don't change. Why you are watching and making your anxiety high? No, I feel very happy, or I feel very sad. Nothing is happening. So I was just telling. Sometimes we don't know what we are doing for and getting more anxiety levels highs and feeling happy or not happy. Finance is the byproduct it to give you the comfort, but you have to know what you make you happy. It may be a work, it may be friend, it whatever it is. So these are the framework which is making you a very peaceful, simpler life and enjoying on a financial side. So first is to have your belief and a mindset. For example, somebody came recently and told me, my mom told me that I will just buy the jewelry, and I said there's nothing wrong in jewelry, but jewelry is emotionally attached, so we don't consider it as an investment. So I asked her if it is required, you will sell your gold. She said no. So sometimes you have to understand what is your belief, what is your mindset, and what you can utilize for your investment. To me, I think so. Whoever I have met, I have been doing your discipline and long term investment patience. Anywhere, it can be health, it can be wealth, it can be work, will make you achieve what you wanted to achieve. There is no second shortcut ever I have seen. If it is a shortcut, it will go also as a shortcut. Have a good asset allocation where we say that how much I can redeem. Lot of time people are not realizing the liquidity is a bigger risk than actual market risk, because most of the people whom I know where you have invested PF, PPF, LIC in real estate. If they ask them to remove 10 lakhs also, they are not able to remove in months or years. So liquidity, asset allocation is also very, very important part of it. Look for a longevity. Your parents, mother side, who has a natural death for the oldest person is a natural longevity. It is a part of a genetics. Look for that part of a cash flow and make the withdrawal plan part of it. When we are making a withdrawal plan, we says with the capital protection or without capital protection. Take care of all the person, including me. When we are talking about, we talk about returns is pre-tax. but you still have to take care of a task and the inflation. How to part that part of it should be taken care of. These are the surveys I'm going to talk about, which is done on an overall country level. So, a lot of time I have seen SWP people say, Rachna, why you are so conservative? This reel somebody said me, this reel somebody. So I said I don't see the reels, but I normally by habit I keep reading the research reports, which comes with the data and the facts. So most of the time, I always say the easiest way for you to think about is whatever is your corpus, let us say 1 crore or 2 crore, take 6%. So let us say if it is 6% of the 2 crore is coming 12 lakhs divided by 12, 1 lakh rupees you can easily get every month till your whatever age you want it. And you can easily say across that you are still taking care of a capital. You're not eroding the capital. So when you are looking now, you're planning for it, you should know what are the things are in my hand and what are the things not in my hand and what I can take care of it. How much do I need to save for retirement? I will do the calculation now, which is the easiest way. So taking care. How much do I need to save every year, including your PF, PPF, and your things, retirement? How much it will last? So that's another things. A lot of time people says that okay, I don't have a money, but I need more money to when I'm young, maybe from 55 to 70 or 65. So when they take more than 6% returns, you start eroding the principal. Then how long it will last? That's also very important. And what will my saving cover in the retirement? What all is taken care? This is the another things we should look at. According to me, maximum twice in a year is a good to review and rebalance part of it. That's what I see. But I have a many customers whom I speak and on off. It's once a year they do, but I'm saying maximum you should do twice, not more than twice. This is two of my favorite quotes, which I love it in each presentation is which is imbibed me when I was working in Wipro and Infosys also, and I used to do a lot of pre-sales proposal, and my boss will say that you cannot make the proposal okay 3 months early or 6 months early if you put more people because it says very clearly successful investing take time, discipline, and the patience. No matter how great the talent or effort, it just takes time. So you can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. So I was going through his book of the and nine of different good, I can say the best person who we talk about in a wealth management. And he was telling we normally see the fund for 25 to 30 years. And I was thinking here, if I talk about 5 years, because one guy from EY came to me very young, CA, joined EY 3 months back. And when somebody comes and tell me I wanted to invest, I feel happy when the next generation is coming. So he says, Auntie, I wanted to invest, let us say 1 lakh a month, where I should do. So I asked him, what are your goals and all this stuff. So I said, you tell me about short term, long term, He gave me a long term, short term. And I don't know why it came in my mind. And I asked him, what is a long term means to you? And he said 6 months. And I was shocked. I don't know how to laugh or I cry. Somebody is looking, and that's why my perspective changed. Okay, people started thinking 6 months is also long term. So then I was explaining him that what I feel till 3 years, 3 to 8 years, and 8 years and above. And he says, no, I don't think so about 1 year. I can't think 5 and 3 years and all. So we have to start thinking a long term. We are actually not looking at long term. But we even whatever said and done, we will not retire tomorrow. We will retire when our age is getting over by 50, 55. So please think of long-term kids' education. They will also become 18 when their age is it is. They will not do so. When you are looking at retirement, kids' education, their marriage, it takes a long term. So think on those lines and just to see the portfolio as on that view. So I don't think so. If you see any of the research, any across the globe, not only in India, that 18 years, that full market is down, or tariff is there, or the Trump will be there for 18 years or 20 years. It's not like that. So those data points are very, very clear. This is the second thing which I always love to have it is someone is sitting in the shade today because someone else planted long time back. So I always tell we should start looking our whatever corpus is growing as a money tree. So tree is like, you can think it's like a mango tree. You put the seed, you put the manure, you have sunlight coming, water coming, and it grows 10-15 years and then started giving you yearly mangoes. The same concept should go across now also when you are growing. So this video I'll show and then I'll take the calculation.
Napoleon, a French emperor who conquered much of Europe in the early 19th century. One mistake that cost Napoleon Bonaparte in loss during the Battle of Waterloo was to delay the attack. The night before the battle, there was a rain, and his cavalry and infantry were tired. Napoleon was in dilemma whether to attack or to wait for one day. His delay in attacking made Persian army to reach the battleground to help Wellington of Waterloo to win the war against Napoleon. If Napoleon Bonaparte had marched and attacked earlier in the morning, the Persian army would not have reached there at the battleground on time, and he would have won. Similarly, delays in putting your money to work through investments can eventually end up costing you a lot. We often tend to delay investing with very nice excuses. But have you ever thought, how much would it cost you? Let's find out. By starting an SIP of Rs 5,000 at the age of 25 for retirement can help you to create the wealth of Rs 2.81 crore at the age of 55 when you retire. But if you delay in decision of starting an SIP by 6 months only, you would create the wealth of Rs 2.62 crore. Just 6 months delay in starting an SIP can cost you 19 lakh rupees loss. To save yourself from the cost of delay, start investing now. Mutual fund investments.
Can you see my Excel?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the simpler Excel which everybody can just think about it. We will send it across. Let us see if you want, you are spending around the money 60,000, which is called a household expenses for everything other than a EMI. Because when you are actually retired, I'm assuming you don't have an EMI. So you can say you are 60,000 you are spending now, and I've taken inflation around 6%, and your current age is around 35 or 37, whatever. You want to retire, let us say, at 55. So what happened? The 60,000 rupees as on today, when you are retiring at 55, is almost going to be 2 lakhs. So this formula I'm just trying to tell you, it is called a FV. FV is a future value. So what I'm saying, the rate is return. So I've taken inflation of 6%. So if you see here, it is taking inflation of 6%. I have taken your retirement of saying 55, you want to retire. 55 minus 35 is 20 years. You want to retire after 20 years. So today's value is 60,000. What should be that time? So it has become 1.92. So when I am retiring at 55, actually now I need 1.9 lakhs odd per month. Okay. So if I wanted to have 1.9 lakhs from age of 55 and I have taken the longevity till 85, how much corpus I should have that time? As per this, it shows to 5.3 crores. So how the 5.3 crore has come? It says that I will come back to you 1.88. 1.88 is called real rate of returns. When I am retired, I am expecting a moderate risk, which is going to give me around 8% returns. And my inflation is 6%. So indirectly, I'm getting 8 and giving 6, so which is 2%, which is like a 1.88. But formula has come 1.88 instead of 2. And divided by 12 because it's a monthly. Till 85 years, I have taken longevity. You can change whatever longevity you want, but average take at 85. You can increase if your mother side, any of the parents, in-laws, grandmothers has been natural death is above 85. And I wanted to start from 55 age into 12, means 360 months we have to pay the money 1.92 lakhs equivalent every year on the inflation. So if I wanted to have a 5.3 crores, if I have today 78 lakhs, good to go. If you keep that money at a 10% also, it will make a 5 crore after that many years, 20 years. If I pay investment of 7 lakhs a year, I will be able to achieve. Or if I have to do the 61,000 per month. So if I do this, this will be taken care. So when I'm taking a 5.3 crores, it means that I will be getting money every year, 1.9 lakhs, for example. And every year I will get 6% inflation on 1.9 lakhs. But my principal, which is 5.3 crore, is also been there after 85 years. So many times people will change that they don't want a capital or they don't want the inflation to be taken care. I want constant 2 lakhs kind of it. Then these things keeps changing, but that's the way you should know how much important is how much is your money requirement, expenses, and which age you want it. So if you don't want it to have so much money, then you keep changing. The age part of it is 50, 55, 60, or you want with capital erosion or without capital erosion part of it. This is the different things which is done by PGIM, that how people post they have been worried, so you should not be bothered and take care of those part of it, that inflation is creating a lot of people, that it is creating too much. How to take care of a health of spouse, parents. Slowdown in economic condition is also one of them. Cost of living is gone very high. Lack of support from the family. I go from many 3 4 different old age home to be with them or spend time with them, and you will realize it those places, because their family members are abroad or something, they are not able to manage, so nobody is there. So this person whom I was talking about, 1.2 lakhs, that one son is in Germany and the daughter is in Canada, not finding good uh, elderly care person. So she says, I don't know how to go and get admitted because I don't know who can do the discharge for me. And that was a one point very rarely I said, so we are the three friends, we keep doing, but sometimes if we have also have our work, so who will go and get discharged? And I didn't draw that key people can think of course we were privileged that parents we are taking care or whatever, but this is becoming a bigger and bigger queries also. I have a few people whom I am been part of will execution in India. Living wills are not been there, but she said, Rachna, I don't have a parents kids, and my spouse is no more, so I want you to take care of the decision that how long I should be in the ventilator or not ventilator. So no new things has come quite a lot nowadays when the retirement and other things are there. So please take care of that, especially writing a will. I was telling nowadays people are being aware, but a lot of time people are not writing, and it is creating a lot many issues because the succession certificate we are taking more than 1 year. My parents died. One is in 22 December and one is in November 23, and still we are not able to close it because my parents didn't write the will because they were having a feeling that I'm not going to die, so and we still don't have got the money. So forget it, other people. I personally myself is not able to do it because my brother is in US. Every time we required him to come, he's not able to do, and then law is taking so long time. So these are the things which we have to take care most of the time. It is okay to have the lower risk, but what happen if you continue to be in the lower risk, you won't be able to achieve the goal. So try to take, I always tell, little bit higher risk when you're working than when you are part of it. Asset allocation is a very, very important part of it. Think long term, have a good bonds, and nowadays I'm sure all of you may have it or you can try doing it. Income plans, which I always believe that's a good thing because it is going to be like a I always says the all season things that your basic food is taken care of. So I always says if I want a 30,000 or 40,000 for my basic food, so you take the 40,000 into let us say 5 lakhs. So you will get 5 lakhs for the next 25 years when it is required, even it's a war or a tariff or anything, which is, but I never give an annuity plan. The reason it is taxable and tax-free 6.5% returns are also good. So a lot of people do that part of it. So try to do a good combination of fixed income plans, which is guaranteed, and create a good corpus, which will give you SWP basis. So these are the investment choice on the product. So I instead of debt and equity, I normally says fixed return versus non-fixed returns. Fixed returns are there, which tells you in advance that what returns you will be getting it. Non-fixed is when you sell it, that time you will know what returns you are going to get it. So it's like a debt versus equity or variable returns perspective. This just trying to say that, as I already showed in the video, that earlier you start, your corpus is much higher. And I can tell you from my personal thing, I've been doing from 94 the SIPs, and when you see your corpus, you yourself don't believe that it is becoming such a huge part of it. So these are the things which we always say is low risk, low returns. Low risk, low returns. Think about it morely on a FD perspective. It will give you around 6 to 6.5, 7% returns. Equity normally 12.5%. So medium is the weighted average for both of them. This is what a lot of people do it in our bonds, mutual fund, retirals, and the insurance. NPS is always good if you are doing because you get the tax benefit and it is creating the good corpus also.